You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Dance Moms After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Dance Moms After Show.
Started that very artistic.
Yeah.
We were doing Maddie faces.
Yeah. We sure were.
You got it down, Francisco.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag Maddie face.
Hashtag Maddie face. What's up, everyone? Welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV for another reclap of your favorite dance show, Dance Moms. I am joined by my lovely co-host. Starting to my left, far left, we have.
Hi guys, I'm Candice Camacho.
And guys, I'm Stephanie McGrath.
Hey everybody, I'm Francisco Thurston.
And of course, you all know me. I'm Tony Moore.
Spin. Tony.
Oh, it's too late for that. It came and
I
gone.
was like, let me get out of the way.
And of course, in the booth, we have no other than the dancing machine herself, Marissa, holding it down in the booth.
What's up, everybody?
How are you, Marissa?
I'm great. How are you guys?
I will say, you're only but yay high. And I saw the top of your head during the intro, but I saw a lot of arms. I saw a lot of arms.
A lot of arms.
And
I threw the arms
A
around.
lot of arms happening.
Good
I
arm
like that.
choreo. Thanks.
All right, so let's get right into it. Let's start off, as we usually do, with the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
Down at the bottom, Mackenzie.
Aww. But she wasn't there.
Yeah,
It's okay.
So it's okay.
It's okay.
it's fine. Little moment for Mackenzie. Okay. And poor Nia, she just cannot get out of the bottom row of the pyramid.
The
What
reason
is going
for it,
on?
the facial expression, it was too much, as we constantly talk about Maddie's face being too much, but it was inappropriate.
It was not correct, as Abby said.
Right.
But I mean, you kind of go with the feeling of the song or what you're doing. So how can you have an incorrect face unless she
Right.
was smiling the entire time during this envy song?
Yeah, everyone has their own story. Everyone
Yeah.
feels something different, and that's the beauty of dance. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which even so, she could be smiling. She was really envious and was really conveying feeling that
And,
emotion.
Right.
and if she did smile, maybe she was happy because she got her revenge.
Ooh. Okay. No.
Then we have, welcome back, Payton.
Yay.
It is not Kendall. It is not Maddie. It is not Mackenzie. It's Payton. She is back.
that didn't make sense to me. Her spot in the pyramid.
Listen, for the past few weeks, no one's spot who comes in
Hasn't made
has
any
made
I'm
any
like,
sense.
wait a minute.
They just get randomly plucked.
Yes.
Mackenzie wasn't there, but she's on the bottom. But Payton's been gone for weeks, and she's ahead of Nia.
Of course.
But then Abby's like, because you're a big crybaby,
Yes.
the tears. But I mean, how many weeks ago was that for the poor girl?
Well, okay.
It's been some time.
You can't forget about it.
Cut to Leslie, of course, cannot keep her mouth shut. And then it starts this whole little drama during Pyramid. And then we have Leslie and Payton in the dance room together. Then Abby comes in and talks to her. And I'm like, aren't y'all supposed to be doing Pyramid?
There was no intermission in Pyramid ever.
No, there's not no timeout. Now, hold on. Let me go take care of this problem. No.
On that though, what did you guys think about Abby's speech to Payton and Payton's response back?
I'm glad she stuck up for herself. She was like, she said what she needed to say to Abby, and I'm glad she did it. And I think Abby kind of respected it a little bit.
I think Payton did exactly what Abby wants the girls to do. You have to choose to be here. You have to choose to put into work. You cannot have your mother or people dictate your actions as far as dance goes. But at the same time, Abby, that's somebody's mama. I can't imagine me telling my mom, I don't care what you say, I'm going to dance. Because my mom will look back at me and say,
No, you're
good luck
not.
making it.
You gonna walk there?
No, because I'll tell you now, you're not going to make it because I'm about to hit you in your legs to where you won't be able to walk. So you're not going nowhere. That's the kind of mama I had.
The
Me
brief
too,
little
though.
snippets that we've had over these episodes about your upbringing,
You're
you're a strong man.
Listen,
You have been through a lot.
I turned out just fine. That's what's wrong with some of the kids today.
Yeah.
They need a good old whooping. Like my mom used to do back in the day. Nothing wrong with that. Ain't child abuse. That's called love.
I got spankings too, for sure, and I turned out to be a respectable young man.
I could run.
What did
I
you
was
get?
a triathlete. I would just run.
So was my mom. And sometimes there were objects thrown.
Ooh.
I would
And
die.
she had perfect aim.
I actually remember running away a time or two myself.
Did you get away?
I got away, but I got cold, and then I turned around and came back. I turned around and came home. It was cold out there in Missouri.
And I bet your mom was like, you got to come back.
That's what they always say too.
Yeah.
Right. She couldn't believe I left. I couldn't believe I left either. I was like, see ya.
Woo. I feel like if I said see you, the doors would have been like locked and
All right,
bolted.
goodbye.
I think they
So-
felt bad for me being it was so cold, snowing. It was bad.
You could have did your rendition of Let It Go.
I could have.
All right, so after the whole drama of Payton and Leslie, we have Chloe next up on the pyramid. And Abby made the comment that Chloe could be a better dancer if only she does homeschool.
Oh, we're back to that again.
And I feel like this.
sigh of relief.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chloe-
not relief. Yeah, exactly.
Chloe has made the decision to not do homeschool. She enjoys the aspect of going to school, going to class, being with friends and things like that. I feel like Chloe is doing just fine. She doesn't have to give all of that up for a dance.
No.
And not that I'm knocking Maddie and Mackenzie for being homeschooled and concentrating on dance. Some people decide what's best for them. And even though Abby said, well, Chloe, you should tell your mom you want to be homeschooled, I immediately thought to myself, and I don't know why the editors of Lifetime didn't think of this, cut to when she said, I don't want to be homeschooled. So she made the
Rehash,
decision.
we've already done this. She's
Yeah.
made the decision. Every dance is individual.
Yeah.
They're all gonna, learn different. We've seen that, and this episode in particular conveys that every dancer is different. They're not all Maddie, Mackenzie.
They're not all the same. Yeah. And that's such a personal decision anyway.
Yeah.
You know, she can't make that for her. And I think she's improved so much in the last 5 or 6 months. I don't see why she would need to give that up if she loves that.
There's so much about the Chloe and Abby situation that I have to talk about later on when we get to news and gossip.
Yeah.
That just is just kind of baffling to me. So I can see why she throws all these comments at Chloe. You know, we'll talk about it later. It's just kind of, but Chloe doesn't want to be homeschooled. She's
Right.
gonna go to school. She's gonna go to dance. That's it. Stop bringing it up.
Yep.
There's no point.
No, she's fine. Then we have Maddie. What is the world coming to when Maddie's not up at the top of the pyramid?
Well, she was outstanding, off the charts. She was, but not a
Winner.
Kendall. Oh, sorry.
We were all sitting
like,
here
what?
you're like, what are you stumbling for the word? And then she just said Kendall, and I was like, I'm lost.
I was trying to intro to the next, and though on the top of the pyramid.
And on the top of the
is-
pyramid, we have Kendall, who won the Technique Award. So good job, Kendall. Round of applause for Kendall.
Yeah. I brought the fresh air up there.
Yay!
Good job. See, that shows that if you put in the work, you can get a good reward.
Right. If you
So-
build it, they will come.
Exactly.
You'll get on top of the pyramid.
Oh my God, my
Abby
mind
said,
went
"Get
somewhere else.
Dirt shows.
Where'd that come? Where are y'all? What?
On Abby, when she was like, I got the technique word, it means that I'm doing my job.
Oh yes. How did you guys feel about that comment? Because I was like, you taught her, yes, but she still had to go out there and do it.
It's not really surprising though.
But
Abby
Abby doesn't
Abby
teach.
always brings it back to herself.
Always. It's always all about her.
Abby does not teach the girls. The moms told me that Abby only shows up for taping, and throughout the week, it's only her teachers teaching. Abby does not go to the studio and teach. So for her to say that she taught Kendall that, it's just kind of like, okay, well.
Disappointing.
We got a lot of inside
Now,
stuff
viewers,
happening.
guys, that's an extra note. I would not leave this episode now. I want to find out everything
There's
that
a lot.
Francisco, what you discovered.
There's
the
a
real
lot.
inside.
There's a lot. Her teachers are the ones that are teaching these girls. I've seen it for myself. I did not see Abby at all.
Oh boy. But you know, a lady who is working hard is our very own Maria Menounos, who is starring in her very brand new reality TV show, Chasing Maria Menounos. I knew it. I was just seeing if y'all did too. But let's take a sneak peek into the life of our one and only favorite girl, Maria Menounos.
Tuesdays on Oxygen.
I'm Maria Menounos, and my life can get a little crazy. I host Extra. I'm an actor, producer, dancer, wrestler, and a lot of other things. I live with Kevin, my boyfriend of 15 years. Do you really love me?
I would say that I'm in serious like.
And my parents. Yep, I just said I live with my parents.
You drive me crazy.
You drive me crazy. My parents want us to get married.
You both love each other. Get married.
Kevin and I don't. I am going to get married when I want to get married. I think I want kids. Kevin definitely doesn't want them now.
This is being pushed on to us.
And of course, my parents wanted them yesterday.
This year you gotta have it.
And I have a house full of people counting on me financially. If I take my eye off the ball, everything can fall apart.
It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or wants us to do. It's what we want to do.
Everyone thinks that they know what's best for me, but I'm really the only one. I have got to figure things out.
Chasing Maria Menounos is so new. Every Tuesday at 10, 9 Central, starting March 18, only on Oxygen.
Yeah, so make sure you catch her on Oxygen every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Chasing Maria Menounos. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, so these girls are running off to the World Class Talent Competition in Rockville, Maryland.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
Is this the first time they've ever been to Maryland?
Yeah, not Maryland, but the first time for this competition. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like, I don't know where on the map Rockville is, but I feel like, yeah, it's one of those towns where you're like, oh, cute.
Next, let's move on.
So it breaks down there. The group dance is going to be fabulous this time, with an ode to Kinky Boots, which is the Broadway play about some lovely drag queens, and the girls are going to get dragified.
Oh yes.
I
Now,
don't know what this was.
we
Yeah.
see it later on when we watch the girls and the performance, but I'm going to put this up already. What did you guys think about the group dance? Was it inappropriate for the age?
I don't
think so.
I don't think it was inappropriate. I think that they've done drag stuff before on the show. They had Shangela on the show before.
Yes.
I think that it does, as Abby said, teach that there are different types of people, and basically you should accept all and celebrate all, and it's just fun.
You know what's funny? Speaking of drag queens and the whole Shangela thing, I had a car ride with Dr. Holly to pick up lights for the thing we were doing, and she talked about how when Shangela came in, it kind of opened her eyes and all the other moms' eyes to a new world, you know, something that maybe they hadn't been around normally. She said that Shangela changed Nia's life, that Shangela left a footprint in Nia's life and turned her into a different dancer. Like after her solo, Nia changed into a whole different person.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and Holly just said that it was really nice that Shangela came in because, you know, it was something new and it was really cool to get a different look into a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So kudos. Now, should it have been in Rockville, Maryland? I think we were all kind of nervous because, I mean, if they were in New York, okay,
Yes.
this is great.
Which Dr.
Right.
Holly, as you were saying, did mention. She's
did
like, I
mention.
think Abby's got the wrong competition to be doing this kind of dance.
But this is also the second week where Holly was just not feeling the group dance, where she was kind of like, I don't know if we should be doing that.
Yeah.
But
I really didn't feel the group dance myself.
you
I
didn't.
didn't like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I liked it. I love Kinky Boots, and I'm all about Kinky Boots. I love the show, so anything that has to do with Kinky Boots, I'm like, you know, go ahead and do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that later. We have solos. We have Chloe, who has a solo.
Yay!
And then we have Maddie with a tap solo. And then we have Mackenzie doing a solo. Redo. She's doing Cry that Maddie did previously.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this Maddie versus Mackenzie kind of storyline that they had throughout this episode?
bound to happen.
Yeah.
Do you think this was a way for Abby to push Mackenzie out of that cutesy? Because we love her cutesiness, but Mackenzie's getting older. And so I think it's definitely time to push her out of that cutesiness. Do you think this was a way for Abby to push her out of that?
Yeah, Mackenzie, like you said, has been doing these really cute solos here and there, and I know we've all said that we want to see her do more mature stuff, and I think it's her chance to really expand and try to grow up, because she said that Maddie, she didn't do these kinds of solos, and she didn't learn and grow from doing cute, so, it's your turn to grow up, Mackenzie.
Yeah. I think this definitely pushed her out of the cutesiness, and to see her kind of grow up and become a better dancer.
I think she did.
I think she did.
really
too.
liked her
I
performance.
thought she did a great job.
I think it was both mental and physical, though, growing up, as you said, development for little Mackenzie. Like, because she took on, as we see in the episode, a lot of comments. She had to stand up there, even her sister. I mean, that sister rivalry, whatever we're going to talk about, those so-called pep talks, do great, but don't win. And no, she stood up for herself.
Yeah, she was. I love the fact how she was just like, but I'm Mackenzie. There's nothing wrong with the Kinsey face.
I love that she said, everybody wants me to do Maddie, but I'm not Maddie, I'm Mackenzie. And
well, what's fun, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what was so funny was when she was doing the Maddie faces, she knew how to do them so well.
Yeah.
I think everyone can do those Maddie faces. It's easy.
Now,
everyone can do them?
Let's see it.
I think. Oh no, not everyone. I take that back.
Let's see everyone's best impression of a Maddie face.
Okay.
We'll start with Stephanie. No, we'll start with Candice.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
Word.
That's that smile, kind of like, yeah.
Just in it.
Yeah. Right, Stephanie. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, she kept going.
Oh my god.
All right, Francisco. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it.
No, that's it.
That is it.
That was
very dramatic.
You've been spending too much time with Maddie.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my favorite one.
Okay, Tony.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8. Oh! Changed it up.
I love that. I love when she's like, it's like that. For those of you who are listening on iTunes, we just did the Maddie faces. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, thank you for downloading us and giving us 5 stars. But now go over to YouTube and watch us on there.
Yeah.
Watch the faces.
See what I just did.
You all did a great job. Hashtag Maddie faces.
Hashtag Maddie face.
Well done.
Abby said it. Maddie said it. We're not making fun of her. So.
Yes.
And I know all the viewers were commenting the whole time, going, "Guys, you're so harsh on Maddie's face. Would you leave it?" We didn't even create this episode.
No, all of a sudden it was like hashtag Maddie face, and I'm like, we've been talking about this the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
How about you guys let us know who had the best Maddie face? So down at the comments below, because we all know y'all love to comment, and we read all of them.
Yes,
Make sure you let us know who you thought had the best Maddie face. Was it Candice, Stephanie, Francisco, or Tony? Choose wisely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to bring this up because in the episode, it was mentioned, as it always is, if Maddie had an advantage because she was doing tap.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was controversy over if she had already learned the solo because Chloe's solo wasn't finished.
Yeah.
Because for someone to learn that in a day and to have it that perfect, that's unimaginable. Like, what do you guys think? Does doing tap, and we all know that's a pretty good strong point for Maddie. Doing tap and going against Mackenzie and Chloe in this episode, did that give Maddie an advantage?
I will say, as a judge, when you watch dance competitions and someone does a lyrical solo versus a tap solo, if your tap solo has to be really, 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 really outstanding to be a really, great lyrical solo. So, yeah, I mean, you have to be a really great tapper to win.
Yeah. It's more pressure.
Yeah.
Because you got to clickety-clack and make it happen.
Yeah.
If you miss one clack, you ain't going to click.
And also, a lot of judges aren't very versed in tap. Because tap is a dying dance style, which is sad because tap is so amazing. So sometimes judges just watch it for the performance aspect. and don't really know the technical things.
So they're not going to award you those extra points that you may get. Yeah, I think actually Maddie was, I wouldn't say a disadvantage. It was equal based on her skill, though. She can, if you had given that to Chloe or something, well, no, that's completely unfair.
Yeah, that's off.
But no, for Ab, I think that put her at the same level, potentially, as Mackenzie and Chloe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And speaking of Chloe, the whole thing of, is she behind Maddie? Is she standing next to Maddie? Is she ahead of Maddie? Where do you guys feel Chloe is in comparison to Maddie?
I think she's like very, very close second. I think she's improved so much. She's got beautiful expression, and it kind of has a really nice gradual feel and build to it. I really love some of her tricks that she did. Her transitions from the floor to floor to up is really great. I love her. I'm Team Chloe.
Yeah. I think that Chloe, for me, has always been an emotional dancer, as I've said many times. And she just, it's almost like she goes into this zone and she just dances. And that's like her happy place. Yeah. You know, and I think she's a beautiful dancer.
She's extremely graceful. Out of all the dancers, the way that she dances, though, there's no push, stiff. She's not Kendall where she's running to the next stop. You know, she's maybe almost straining too much on her face. None of that.
I think Maddie and Chloe are always going to be different dancers. There's no way you can compare the two. Every dancer is going to be different, and there's no way that Chloe's ever going to be that type of person or dancer that Maddie is. So it's hard to compare them.
Again, it's individual.
Yeah, it's individual.
Yeah. It's like a completely different storybook.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like things about each of them.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about the theme of the group dance, not the actual group dance, but the theme of it, which is drag. And we actually had 2 drag queens come in, Miss Lola and Blue, come in.
Was it Blue or Blade?
Blade.
It was Blade?
Yeah.
It sounded like Blue to me.
I had to fast forward.
It was Blade.
Blade.
What kind of drag name, though, is that? Blade.
And she was busted. I'm sorry.
I thought that would have been a bit more.
That was not a good drag queen to bring in.
No.
Which one, Lola or Blade?
The other one.
Blade. Yeah.
The one that wasn't doing the makeup.
I thought she looked better than Lola.
I like Lola's makeup better.
Yeah.
Well,
they wouldn't have gotten. How far do you think they would have gotten on RuPaul's, Tony?
How far they would have gotten on
in
RuPaul's
the
Drag Race?
Yeah.
Cut. Would have made it on the show.
I would. Just judging by the look alone, they probably wouldn't have made it that far. They would have been one of the maybe first 6 to get cut, I would think.
Okay.
And I would give them that. They could be phenomenal dancers. And we're not trying to read or throw shade or palm trees. But
palm trees.
But I mean, that's just what, palm tree?
Yeah.
No, that comes from Tamar too. I take a lot of my stuff from Tamar. Shout out to Tamar Braxton.
They're semi-finalists. They're not. They didn't make the top 10 on RuPaul's. They're just.
Okay.
but they're on the show. We'll put them on. Yeah. But I think the rule is when you're coming up with your drag name, you're supposed to take the street that you grew up on and your pet's name or first pet's name.
There's like a scientific formula to figuring out a drag name.
Mine would be weird. Mine would be Lincoln Bingo, and she's not going to be called Lincoln Bingo.
What would yours be?
Hey. What is it? My street?
The street that you grew up on.
Okay.
And your first pet's name.
Madison Holly.
See?
Okay.
That actually turned out
Madison
good.
Holly.
What about you, Stephanie?
Elwood Tiffany.
Elwood Tiffany.
Lincoln
Bingo.
Mine would be Satterley Poochie.
No.
Yeah.
Poochie.
But some people like to when they come up with a drag name, they try to play off of something like one of the contestants on this season of RuPaul's Drag Race, her name is Courtney-Ack, but it's actually supposed to be pronounced Courtney-Ack.
Courtney-Ack.
Because she's from Australia. So in Australia they say Courtney.
No, we don't.
Or something. Whatever.
All our UK viewers, help me out.
we say Courtney, but it's supposed to be Courtney-Ack.
How do you say Courtney?
Courtney.
Courtney-Ack.
See, Courtney-Ack.
Okay.
See?
Caught in the act.
Yeah.
Courtney-Ack, yeah. Or I know of a drag queen, a drag king. His name is Landon Cider.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Landon Cider.
Oh.
Tony, we have to keep this. We have to keep this PG-13.
That's right. I'm so sorry, kiddies. So I have a question for you guys. Which of the moms do you think looks most like a drag queen?
Because that was brought up, wasn't it?
It was.
What was Payton they were comparing with?
Who do you guys think? Well, out of the moms.
I've always thought Christi's eyelashes were a little bit too long. And I'm all for eyelashes. I love fake eyelashes. I've got individual, side, full. But it's just a little bit too butterfly-ish. Fanny.
Too much.
Yeah.
Hashtag too much. Yeah.
What about you, Stephanie?
I'm going to say I'd agree on Christi, but then Jill bring always the fur. I mean, she's always got a dead animal on her, so I'd say she's kind of bordering on that.
Francisco?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to say closest to a drag queen, Jill, definitely.
I thought the same thing.
She's definitely the most fabulous.
I thought the same thing because when I was watching the episode, I was like, oh, this will be a fun question to ask, and I just so happened to look, and I was like, Jill looks most like heavy makeup and just fur and everything. She
loves her rhinestones and fur and boots and.
Jill, what did you guys think of the drag makeover that Miss Lola gave Payton?
She looked fierce. I liked it.
She looked very like grown up.
Yeah, she did mature.
A little mature.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the contour. I thought that it made her look more masculine, and the lips were so overdrawn, and then the eyebrow.
That's drag.
That's drag, honey.
Well,
that kind of don't go to minimal. It's not minimal.
Okay,
natural looking makeup.
I'll give you that.
It is men dressed up as women. So
but
these
are girls who are supposed to dress as men who dress as women.
Right.
Very
so it kind of reverse Freudian. They're just like create something out of here.
So let's go into the dances. Let's go ahead and start with the group dance because we're already chatting about it. So it was their version of Kinky Boots. What was initial reactions?
Payton killed it for me. Like, she did really well. Like, she was phenomenal. She kind of stole the show a little bit. I didn't watch anybody else.
Yeah. I thought she did well. I thought they dance so well together. They dance like just one unit. And I find that so amazing. And I actually like this dance. They looked like they were having a great time. They were having a lot of fun. I was surprised to see little Mackenzie twerking for like a second.
She did a little booty pop.
She did a little pop, pop, pop. And I was like,
where'd that come from?
Is she supposed to do that? But she did it, and she committed to it, and she went right back into it.
Twerk.
Yeah. I thought they looked great. I saw there were some stubbles.
Yeah, it was kind of sloppy in some areas.
There were some sloppy areas, and some of it came from Payton because I felt like Payton was really going all the way with it.
Yeah.
But there's a way when you dance, when you're really giving your all, that you can give too much and you kind of overdo the dance.
Yeah,
and it makes it look sloppy.
Yeah.
And I felt like she had those moments. But other than that, I thought it was fabulous.
Yeah.
I think Max Z, though, we've seen her. She's such an entertainer.
She is.
She just runs with that character. Maddie was getting into it. God, she dances well in those boots.
Yeah.
Well,
They're like second nature with those heels. And I was like, Maddie, you've been prancing around at home or something here?
Probably.
Well, I hate to be Debbie Downer. I didn't like the number. I think performance-wise, Payton, she totally brought it. They always dance well, all of them together. I didn't like the boots. They couldn't point their toes. I thought it was totally like inappropriate for their ages. I understand like if Abby wants to show them a different way of life and this and that, but I would want to teach my daughter that myself, not have somebody else teaching her that. And I just felt like it was acting. And even when you saw like the judges' faces in the audience, they were like, what's going on? They.
But a part of me kind of felt like was that just a play into building up that, because they were already nervous about it even before they went out to perform. Even Abby started questioning, oh my gosh, like should we
She was
be
saying
doing
exactly
this?
what our smart little Dr. Holly had already brought up.
And so then they go out there and they're performing, they're giving it their all, and then the camera cuts to reactions of the family, and my first thought was, are these the natural reactions of the dance, or did they just do some audience reaction stuff and made it seem like that's how the audience was reacting?
I'm going to give it to the editors, especially when they show to the dad who's got the kid on his lap. I think he's a dad at a daughter's, dance performance. Of course he's going to be like this. And plus he's got a kid that's like going off and he's, he's so disinterested as it is. It could just... I think it was editing, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the
Very
thing.
staged.
They film twice. They film the dances twice when they're doing Dance Moms filmings, and they're not paying attention to the audience.
No.
They're getting what's happening on stage.
Right.
So I have a feeling that the audience reaction was totally separate.
And this was the first time that they've cut to the audience to see their reaction. And I feel like they made it a point to do that because of this now kind of, it wasn't a controversy, but this now dance piece where they
Payton's
were
little shorts were a bit up,
But cheeky.
But cheeky.
Yes.
Little high-waisted shorts,
Yeah.
I guess.
With the cheeks.
With the cheeks. And she was kind of, but she's 16 at the same time.
Yeah.
If it was
older.
Mac Z up there with the little...
But then again, they've been in some sort of
even
risque,
Well, we've talked about their
questionable
panty
stuff.
episode when they wore their little...
Yes, or even last season, I think they did something very stripperish.
I don't remember that.
There was something very much like that I can remember. Y'all help me. Remind me of last season when they did that sort of stripper-esque type of a thing.
I don't think it was
Showgirls. That's what it was.
Showgirls.
It was Showgirls. They were as like
they
Las
did do a
Vegas
Showgirls number.
That's what it was. I reminded myself. That's what it was, and it was kind of one of those moments where you're like, should they be wearing that? Those are kids.
I don't think this dance was as controversial, or it shouldn't have been made to be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It was just acting, just having
It was
fun.
girls in wigs, overly done makeup, boots, and maybe a little bit smaller costumes. It was musical theater.
Yeah.
It's
It's that moment where you let the mom leaves, the kids are home by themselves, and they decide to put on mom's everything of their makeup and try on their boots and stuff, and then they go out in the living room and they just
Prance
dance
around.
and prance around to whoever their favorite artist is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you guys have all done that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. I have.
All right, so let's get into these solos. We had Maddie come out and do her solo. Thoughts?
Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
good.
she's a Broadway baby. That were my exact comments.
For sure, yeah. Tap is again a dying tap dance style, so good for her for killing it.
Yeah. Spot on. Crisp, clean moves. I mean, so articulate. And the face. I like the face.
The Maddie face.
I love
Yeah.
her upbeat performances because I feel
Yeah.
like we see so much more here with upbeat,
Just personality.
jazzy things. I love that Maddie.
I like the face now in Tap because it's changed. It's something different.
Mm.
It's just that we used to always see that face in the same performance. So at least she's getting something different to use that face for.
Right.
I thought she had great energy. I love the faces as well. I was not happy with the costume.
Yeah, actually.
Now that you bring that up.
I feel like it was like that take on masculine feminine. But I feel like I would have just given her like a nice white colored top or something that was like a collared shirt, but that was very fitted for her with the tie. I didn't like the bustier thing where the top and with the tie is just like either have one or the other.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do that look, take the tie off.
Right.
If you want to go with the tie, then go with the shirt. And
It's hard
tie.
to tell like what direction it was going.
Yeah, it was kind of like a last minute like go.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good. The
Well,
ties,
maybe it was the whole
suspenders.
reflection, though, for the drag queens. They're kind of confused. Are we a male? Are we a female?
Trust me,
I don't really know.
those drag queens are not confused.
Oh,
They're
They
very
know-
certain.
they know what they're doing.
They are very certain what they are doing.
Let's not talk about transgenders anyway.
Then we have Mackenzie, who is doing Maddie's old solo, Cry.
Which, did you guys know that Maddie danced for, what's her name, Alexis, in the music video? Her music video, which entitled her song, is called Cry. Guys, YouTube it. It's Maddie doing the whole dance on a music video.
That's cool.
The singer actually saw her doing it. She's like, I want her to dance for my music video.
That's really awesome.
Wow.
See what happens when you are on reality TV. Doors just open for you. I'm waiting for my door to open. All right.
And
So
it's shut.
I loved it.
Mackenzie, I love that they put a little video of Maddie.
They had to do
doing it. I do feel like for Mackenzie there was a little bit of pressure for her, but I thought she did a great job. The only thing that I feel like is lacking is that feeling, that emotion that Maddie has, you know, when she dances. I don't think that's there yet for Mackenzie, but taking on that dance, I thought she did a fantastic job with it.
Her transitions for me, I'm a big transitions person. If I notice like little runs here, like weird transitions, I see that, and that's my biggest thing is transitions. So I just want her to maybe like smooth into those spots differently.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There were a few slip-ups. She had a little bit, to be really picky. I thought she did a fabulous dance. I think, again, as you talked about the emotion, that's going to come with maturity. Yes, I think a lot of it's age thing. But there were a few that I think she stumbled at one particular point. So, it wasn't 100% clean.
I thought she brought it completely. I thought she stepped into those shoes and owned it, especially for her age, to be like, well, I'm not her. I'm me, and I want to do it like me. And I mean, I didn't even think of her sister when I was watching it. I thought she did a great job and was spot on.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, I was entertained by Mackenzie, but you know, it's just she'll get better with age.
She will. Then we have Chloe.
I love this solo from Chloe.
I put, wow, amazing. Like, she, for the first time, I feel like I saw a very mature dancer
So
in
good.
Chloe. Like, just, like, her extensions and the way she was, like, moving.
Contracting.
Yeah. I mean, everything was so,
Yeah,
amazing.
this is one of my favorite solos from Chloe. Like, beyond, like and it was a different type of movement too. It wasn't that Abby Lee lyrical. It was real contemporary. It was different. It was innovative, and I really enjoyed watching Chloe do this one.
The only thing you could tell it was an Abby Lee, or as you said, even if Abby didn't teach it, but both, except for Maddie, because she was doing the dance, she couldn't finish on the floor. And I know you guys pointed out there was one episode that somebody didn't finish on the floor, but again, both the girls finished on the floor.
But it was,
That's right. We talked about that last week.
Get up.
it was so
finished.
dynamic, though. Like, she, boom. And I was like,
She threw herself to the floor.
I love the contemporary feel of it. Great transitions too, and I love the contractions and the flexed feet, and then the concave chest, and then the open. I loved how it built up with her emotion. But what do you guys think? Do you think that she like deserves that? Do you think she has the confidence that do you think she believes in herself as much as we do?
I believe she does. I think Chloe recognizes how great of a dancer she is and how she can improve. So I think, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else?
There's just so much with that whole story that I can see how she struggles maybe sometimes with confidence.
I'm biting my nails. I can't wait to hear it.
Right, yeah.
Suspense.
So in the end, we have the group dance got first. Chloe took third.
Confused.
Mackenzie took second, and Maddie took first. And I will admit, I was a bit confused too, because I thought Chloe for sure either had first or second.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
But Maddie and Mackenzie beat out Chloe.
I don't
How that
think
happened.
Mackenzie, to be honest, should have gotten second place.
No.
I'm just putting it out there.
No.
Chloe should have been up there.
I feel like it should have been switched. And not seeing anyone else, I feel like it should have been either Maddie or Chloe, and then Mackenzie, and then whoever didn't take that first spot. No, I'm sorry. Did I say that right? No. Maddie or Chloe, then Maddie or Chloe, and then
And then
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. So they're either going to go 1, 2,
Yeah.
I personally think Chloe beat Maddie and Mackenzie. Like her dance compared to those two, Maddie was very entertaining, and her technical tap solo was amazing, but I just feel like Chloe actually did it this episode.
Yeah.
She should have pulled ahead.
It was disappointing because I know the whole episode really was, hence the title, about the two sisters competing against each other, but you really forgot about Chloe. Like, in some way, they just, and we all said we were all amazed by her performance, and it wasn't really, there was no emphasis or anything comment on it.
Yeah. What did you guys think about the comment that Abby made before they went out for the group dance, that while she was worried about this group dance, she told Leslie, would I rather have Kalani here doing a lyrical piece than Payton? Yes. I was like,
unnecessary.
Stab.
Unnecessary before you go on.
Yeah. I just don't, for me, whenever I see Leslie and Payton, I get Payton wants to be there. But if Leslie doesn't, like, can she go? She causes so much trouble.
Yeah.
And she's always talking about something.
Although
She's hateful.
Leslie and Christi, what's going on? Did they suddenly become better friends? I mean, last season with New Orleans and stuff, I mean...
after their little fight.
They seem to almost, though, I would admit that in the conversations in the loft, the moms' conversations, it almost seemed like they were all getting along a bit better. It was a funnier, lighter attitude ever since Leslie came. I don't know, maybe they needed that extra... If you think about the past couple of weeks, and I know that was different because you're getting new mums in. We've had new mums and that's caused tension. And now they've got a familiar face. They're all relaxed. And it just kind of, they all had a bit of a joke.
You've hit it. That's what it is. Leslie is a familiar
She's not
piece
a
of the
threat.
puzzle. She's not a threat. These new moms who come in, you don't know those moms. You don't know what you're going to get. And then the new moms come in and they try to be, all this and that.
And they're too worried about whether the mum's boobs are real or not.
It's just ignorant.
So, yeah, I think Leslie's just familiar territory, but I just wish Leslie would have a stadium full of seats.
Leslie is such an... Leslie is a very honest person. Like, that's just her everyday
Christi
personality.
too. Christi's like that too.
Yeah.
Christi doesn't hold back either, but I feel like the difference between Christi and Leslie is that Christi sometimes knows when to just...
Enough.
Not say anything.
Yeah.
Leslie is just Peyton's bobby pin could fall. Well, why do you think her bobby pin fell out? So what? So now do you not want to see? It turns into this whole big dramatic thing, and it's like Leslie, please go to the nearest stadium and pick a seat. In fact, try all of them.
They're just used to getting the end of the stick. They'd never find out what's happening until the last minute. I think it's just like a frustrated feeling for her.
Well, she needs to get over it. I mean, she knows what she's getting into.
Right.
Just saying. And then a little bit, we had the moms versus Melissa.
Yes.
At the very end. I have no idea what was going on with that.
Underlying jealousy.
I rewinded that like 3 times. I didn't get the confusion, and she stomped off.
I don't know what happened. I'm sure it had something to do.
It was a comment about Abby.
It was a comment about... Exactly. It's wise that now it's Mackenzie and Maddie Pennison that she came and said, Payton, you did a brilliant performance, but
it was before that. It was before Abby even came in, like, woo woo, we won and all that. It was already that tension, and I think it is because of the whole Maddie Mackenzie now against Chloe, and I don't know. I did I forgot to mention Christi's pep talk with Mackenzie.
Oh, so sweet.
But should she have done that, or should that have been Melissa?
But Melissa didn't step up.
Yeah,
So
it
what do you
should have
guys think
been.
about that?
It should have been her own mom, but she didn't step up, and she felt so bad.
Yeah.
Somebody had to do it. It was really sweet of her.
I'm just glad Mackenzie already knew that
Yep.
being
That
Kenzie
girl's got strong. Yeah,
is
she's
her.
got a good head on her.
Yeah. Let's go into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So, as you guys noticed last week, Francisco was not here because he was whisked away to Pittsburgh by our previous special guest, Todrick Hall.
Yeah, there's a special project coming out soon. Can't really say what it is or what happened. You know, we were there in Pittsburgh with the Dance Mom girls. And so, you know, who knows what's going to happen with that. Keep an eye out. But while I was there, I was wrapped up in the Dance Moms world completely. I was in the studio. I got to go into the loft area where the moms sit for their, you know, while they watch the shows. And one thing that I want to talk about, the Chloe thing. My heart was broken for Chloe the entire time I was in Pittsburgh. Abby was very adamant about saying, no, Chloe cannot do this. Chloe cannot do this. All the other girls, everyone from my studio can do this, but Chloe cannot do this. And Chloe, just when I talked to her, she goes, Abby doesn't like my mom, so every time someone comes into the studio, I never get to do anything. Every time a special guest comes in, I never get to do anything. And it makes me so mad because how can one woman deprive a child from everything just based off of her mom's actions? Like, and Chloe was just so upset about it, and she was like, I really want to do this. And then Christi, we talked to Christi, and it was just, my heart was broken for the entire time I was there because the girl just looked so heartbroken too. But yeah, it was a really cool thing. Holly and all the moms said, everything that you see is real. And, people may think it's not real, but everything that you see is real. If this mom's popping off, it's real. Like, this is not fake at all. People think it's fake, but it's not fake. But yeah, it was, I love Chloe, and next time I see Abby in person, wherever I'm going to give her a piece of my mind because I don't think that this poor girl should be suffering, and I feel like she should be getting the same opportunities that everyone else should be getting.
Ooh, I would love to see Francisco versus Abby.
Let's bring Abby back on the show, guys.
I don't get it. It's heartbreaking.
It's very immature.
It's very immature.
You take it out on the kid.
Well, as I say every week, especially with the pyramid ranking, if it's based on their mother's actions.
If it was based on their mother's actions, we wouldn't have a pyramid.
Right.
You can't fit everybody down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Nia would be on the top. That's the one time Nia could finally be at the top because Dr. Holly says nothing. She lets everything just ride out. She voices when she needs to, but she doesn't. She's not as boisterous.
I love Dr. Holly. Our car ride was everything.
You should have got her book for us.
I tried to. She only had one copy. But everybody, Mackenzie can really sing. I was reading your YouTube comments. We went to a recording studio, and Mackenzie can really, really sing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love my Maxo.
Actually, Nia's a really talented singer too.
Yeah?
Nia was on top of her stuff. She had everything memorized, and she got in the studio, and her voice was amazing. Wow. Yeah. And Maddie was really nervous to sing in front of everybody.
Well, yeah.
Was she?
Her weak spot. Wow. She wanted everyone to leave the room.
She has a weak spot.
Well, I'm sure we all do.
Oh.
But she sounded great.
Yeah.
She got her nerves out of the way, and she sounded really great.
Look, I can see the Dance Moms. It's the pop. It's the whole. All the girls going to be involved. They're all going to become singers, pop stars. It's a little group.
And the
girl
Dance
band.
Moms are
Spice
really
Girls
Dance
move
Moms.
Over.
Right.
Those Dance Moms are Dance Moms in and out of the camera.
I can't believe that it's all really real. I thought for sure some of this has to be made up.
No,
but I'm hearing it.
There was it's funny because we were sitting there and the moms would sit. She's like, I don't understand why she's here. Talking about Leslie and Payton being there. They're like, we don't understand why she's here. She's not even part of our team. And this is off camera. Yeah. This is, this is real life. So it's these and even talking about costumes, like she should wear these heels. She goes, we really are dance moms. It's funny. It's funny to see the dynamic outside of the camera. But I love everybody so much. I got to know everybody really well, and I love the moms and the girls, and I feel part of their family now, kind of. So yeah.
Dance really dad, cool. Dance brother.
The girls love me. The moms love me. So
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, also, we were supposed to give away the shirt and stuff. Apparently, you guys have been posting videos, and we have not seen them. So we still don't know what we're gonna do. We have this stuff to give away. I saw one person's video, and it was actually really cute.
Yeah?
I saw 3 of them.
You saw 3 of them?
Yeah.
Well, I had to go personally onto the YouTube and check it out, but it wasn't posted.
Okay. So, how about this? We will try to be the first person to comment on our video tonight. And under that comment for the videos, reply with a link to your video. If you made one or if you're currently going to make one.
Copy and paste the link. Don't just say you made one on your YouTube. Put it in the comments, the actual link to your video.
Yeah.
And you know what else I want people to do? Because I want you guys to do a lot. Tweet us a photo of your best Maddie face.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would love to
We
see.
love that idea,
Just
guys.
tweet. You can tweet all of us. You can tweet one of us. We'll look at them. We'll share it. Just put hashtag MaddieFace and tweet us your best Maddie face.
Yeah, chuck in all of our Twitter names and we'll follow you guys.
Oh,
on that.
and one more thing. Chloe does take class at the studio.
Duh.
She was taking class when I was there.
See,
Okay.
By the way,
All
Chloe does take class at Abbey Lee Dance Company. She, she's in class.
all of this inside. You know what? I feel like AfterBuzz should send us to Pittsburgh and we could do this live at the Abbey
Would be
Dance Company.
so
Yes.
cool.
We should be
a
doing
great
this
idea.
one episode.
And
Abbey Lee Studios.
Payton gave me the insight on her injury. She said she was practicing a dance, and Kendall was sitting in a rocking chair, and Payton got caught underneath the rocking chair, and she fell over, and her foot, while she went, her foot stayed with
The chair. Oh.
Yeah. So she was practicing a dance, apparently, and that's how she sprained her ankle.
While Kendall was having a seat,
See?
Payton should have had the one next to him. And let's go into predictions.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So, I actually got a good amount of what was going to happen next. My DVR didn't cut it off like it normally does.
Well done.
But I see that we're traveling over to Canton, Ohio.
Candy
Spend
apples
some
are
time
coming
with some
back.
candy apples. And Kalani comes back.
Yes.
Good.
And then, just as something was about to happen, my DVR stopped, and all I saw Christi doing was, and it stopped.
I didn't get to see that part.
I think there was lots of profanity. I
Yes.
think Christy
Lots of
swears the
cussing.
most that she has ever done towards Abby. But
Yeah.
Is it going to be another Christi versus Abby round?
It might be because it went on and on.
Yeah. So, I guess we shall see.
So hate it.
and any predictions on who's going to win? Candy apples versus
Team Abby all the way.
Stephanie?
I think Team Abby again.
Probably Abby. I mean, those boys are amazing, but I think probably Abby.
Abby. I wanted to be devil's advocate and say candy apples like I did last time, but I mean, let's face it.
And
It's going to be Abby.
happy
gonna
belated
go-
birthday to Zach, who's on Candy Apples.
Oh, happy belated birthday,
there you
Zach. So before we officially sign off, Candice, let them know where they can find you and also send you their favorite or their best Maddie face.
Yes, I want to see the best Maddie face. Follow me on Twitter at Candice_Camacho.
And guys, follow me at Twitter at host McGrath.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at the Francisco, also Instagram and Facebook, Francisco Thurston.
And you guys can find me on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Lounging with Tony, or on my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys for tuning in to another Dance Moms reclap right here on AfterBuzz TV. Thank you, Marissa, in the booth. And we will see you guys next week, next Wednesday, 8 p.m. sharp sometimes on AfterBuzz TV. Bye, y'all.
See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.